You have probably done this before. You decide to rest the night. You are going to actually study. You clear all decks, you open the book. Maybe you even feel a little exactly about it. 2 days later, the book is still open on the same, and the voice in your head says the same thing. It's almost says, I'm just lazy. I don't think. That's a full story, and I want to show you why. Here's a version of it that's a lot of us know. You sit down to study. You open your phone just to check one thing. 20 minutes disappear. You feel a small wave of guilt. You tell yourselves you will make up for it tomorrow. Tomorrow, the same thing happen again. By the end of the week, you haven't actually studied, but you have felt bad about not studying almost every single day. That's a part of nobody talks about. The guilt takes just as much energy as the studying have. So here's the question I want to sit with for a second. If you really were just lazy, why does this guilt keep showing up? Lazy people don't actually feel guilty. That's they just don't care. You care. That's exactly the clue. I'm lazy. It's a label. It's simple. It's familiar, and it's a lots of the people almost stop looking any further. But it doesn't explain anything. It doesn't tell you the what to change tomorrow. One guide I have been going through, making the greatest academic comeback before your breakdown academic slumps into a few different root causes instead of just one word. Something like you are overwhelmed, or you are actually studying with the material, or you are just distracted, or you don't feel motivated right now. Four very different problems. And lazy tries to squeeze all four into one word that doesn't tell you what to actually do. Here's a framework I have been putting together, not something I'm claiming is proven in science, just a pattern I think is worth testing on yourselves. I'm calling it the study loop, and it's got 5 parts. 1. The task is unclear. Study biology isn't a task, it's a mood. 2. There's a friction. Your notes are somewhere else. Your phone is right next to you. Your desk is mess. Every extra step between you and starting is a chance to quit before you begin. 3. Distraction is one tap away. Your phone doesn't have to able for this work against you. It just has to be closer than your work. 4. The reward is low. Far away. A good grade in 3 weeks doesn't compete with the against notification right now. That's not a character flaw. That's just how attention tend to work. 5. Guilt. You didn't study. You feel bad. That bad feeling makes tomorrow task feel even heavier than today, so you avoid it again. And then it loops. Unclear tasks, frictions, distractions, low reward, guilt, and back to unclear tasks. Notice something, laziness isn't actually one of the 5 parts. It's just the name we give the whole loop after it already happened in a few times. Let's make this concrete. Say your task is revise chemistry. That's a stage. One already working against you. It's a way. Compare that to do the 10 practice question from chapter 4. One of those you can start in 10 seconds. The other you have to think about before you even begin. And thinking about it's almost exactly where the procrastination sneaks in. Or you say your phone is sitting face up on the desk while you study. There's a friction and that distraction comes stacked on top of each other, not because you have no willpower, because the shadow is working against you before you even open the book. I'm not going to give you a huge system today, just three small things worth testing. Each one is aimed at a different of the loop. First, before you sit down, write one sentence describing exactly what you are about to do, not study history. Something like write 5 bullet points on the cause of the World War. One sentence, one task, no beginners. Second, put your phone somewhere that takes actual effort to reach, and the room may bag you drawer or North America. Not face down next to you, that's a still zero effort to pick up back. The third, when you skip a day, don't try to make up for it by studying for 6 hours the next day. Just go back to the smallest possible version of the task, one page, one question, and think that's break the guilt avoidance pattern before it turns into a whole week. If you only do one thing after watching this, pick your very next study session, and before you open anything, write that one sentence task on a study note or in your notes app. That's it. That's the whole ask for today. I want to be honest about something. This loop isn't a diagnosis, and it's definitely not a guarantee. It's a framework, a way of looking at the problem that might fit your situation or might only fit a part of it. If you're dealing with something heavier than study habit, real burnout, real anxiety, something that's feel bigger than this. That's the word talking. Someone or hour, not just fixing with a sticky note. For most of us, most of the time, things. I think this loop explain more than what lazy ever did. Now, I mentioned your phone a few times in this video. I didn't go deep into the why it's especially so hard to complete with. That's the entire next episode. We are going to look at exactly what's happening with your phone and your attention, and if you were to actually work with that instead of just fighting it every day. If this helped you, see you on habits and a little differently, subscribe. This is the only piece of the whole system we are building together, one episode at a time. If you are also reviewing your studies, your focus or your distraction or direction, or you're not alone, we are taking this one system at a time. You can find the related study sources through my link tree. I will see you in the next episode. Keep learning deeply, keep building slowly, and keep sharing honestly. This is Arun from Trust. See you again.